The Meadow F7 here in the middle should not necessarily be something new to you. However, Wireless Labs now produce a new PCB which is called the Project Lab board and which is intended to greatly accelerate the bring up of new solutions. And I recently got my hands onto one of these boards, and now I wanted to show you a little bit what you get in the box. So, and this is the little parcel which we got. I see here that the box was recycled. I do this all the time myself, and so I'm very happy to see other people also reuse shipping boxes. And now it's time to cut inside here a little bit. You see the DHL, they are a bit busier than normal. Here they put a lot of stickers on it, and yes, I managed to damage my table a little bit, but well. And so here we have it open, in we go, and we find in here the actual PCB. To cut into it again, here in the back. And so in we go, and here we have the board. And so as we look at the PCB, we can take a little overview. The most interesting and the most important reason why Kostanich is developing this board is to make it as easy as possible to do the bring up of the various sensors. And to aid and abet this, we see here on the side the microbus slots. This is basically a very common, especially in Europe, bus format, where you have these kind of little modules containing all kinds of more or less weird sensors, and you just plug them in here and they are directly connected to the central computer. Speaking of which, the central computer, it's in here. You see, it's a Meadow F7 module. And as we can see here, these joints, they are hand soldered, and the module plugs in and can, in theory, also be removed from the PCB if you want to reuse it somewhere else. And then over here, we've got a few additional helper units. We've got these buttons here, which make easier to input and output signals. We have a little 240 x 240 QVGA LCD here. And then here we have some Grove connectors. You see a Grove UART, and here we have a quick I2C port. So in general, you can use this PCB to connect all kinds of hardware very quickly. As is usual for Kostanich's designs, we see here some very well thought out details. For example, you see here the outline of the board, and you see these little shapes which tell you in which way to fit the individual connectors in. I mean, this is just something small, but it really shows that Kostanich's team have been putting a lot of time and effort into making the user experience of this board really great. And now, finally, I'm going to plug in the board as it came into a dumb power supply. And yes, we see that all the lights light up. And if I switch off the lights in the film studio, you see that the TFT also shows a bit of backlight. And just in case anyone wonders, this is a micro USB port, and I'm using a random phone battery to supply the energy. If I would use a workstation with Visual Studio, of course I would be able to deploy programs to the board. And with that, basically you've seen what there is to see. I'm very thankful for your attention and hope to see you soon. And yes, like and subscribe to keep the channel growing. Thank you.